Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing to a Happy Gilmore related video. Now you can call it a review, which I'll probably title it that, but it's a combination of pieces in the end because the sequel to the classic is going to be releasing this weekend. So with that in mind, and as this sort of celebration of that, I thought that we would go over a couple of pieces that I picked up from the 25th anniversary, which was a release from Extra Butter New York, Adidas or Adidas, Vice Golf, and many other brands combined. Now I only picked up 3 pieces from the collection. I should have probably got 6 to 10 because I thought it was really cool and just nice as an overall. Specifically the slides that my brother had mentioned, because at the time we had a tennis match booked in at the exact point that it was dropping, so I had about 3 minutes to make a decision as to what I wanted from the drop. He said, "Those are cool." Then he changed his mind and was like, "Leave it be." And then afterwards when they sold out, he was like, "Why didn't you get them for me?" So your standard regrets when it comes to any sort of release. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this. So in 2021, Extra Butter announced the fact that they were going to have a collection come out, and this collection would feature so many pieces. Genuinely, you have to go through it because there are so many expensive and affordable and just various items throughout, on top of a lot of brands coming together, including Fat Scooters, Asher Golf, Vice Golf, and Seamus Golf, obviously, with the main one being Adidas or Adidas. This meant that there was basically something for everyone. If you wanted a more clean looking pair maybe for golf, or if you wanted a more casual and traditional pair, then you could go for that. The one thing was the hype for it, because there was a lot. So if you made a mistake in your decision, that was basically it. Because when I was at tennis, the moment that I got there, I checked, the collection for the best pieces was gone. But we're going to be talking about the pieces that I picked up, obviously. And I was very happy to obviously do so in the end because I've still got them. Now, I'm yet to wear the main piece from this. And that is purely because British golf courses, or the ones near me, have, well cut grass. But then as soon as you go out of that into your sort of out of bounds, there isn't really like that slow change into the grass that's like thick and more difficult. It more so just goes, oh, this is flat, this isn't, that's that. And with them being wet a majority of the year, I don't really want to ruin a pair that I've kept like clean and safe all this time, which is probably a waste because my other golf shoes are absolutely destroyed. But it's just because I really do like these and I just don't want to ruin them in that way. So obviously from the collection, I picked up the obvious pieces that every golfer needs. You need all of the attire except for the clothing, because that's fine, obviously. But I picked up the shooter visor hat, obviously with Shooter McGavin's. You can tell in the end why. They went for a one size fits most. I don't really know why that's a thing, like fits most, so what if you're not in the most unlucky, basically. And then on the side you've just got a nice little Adidas or Adidas Extra Butter logo going on. Really nice, clean colorway, obvious colorway, which we will get into. Then from Asher Golf, I picked up, well, not from Asher Golf, but from Extra Butter, I picked up the glove, which I've still obviously got, and yeah, I've used several times, obviously, which has got It's All in the Hips on it, which, yeah, again, really cool. And that just leaves for us to get into the most important aspect, the Ultraboost 1.0. Pretty plain simple. Adidas Golf, not just Adidas, but it's the golf section, shooter shoes. And now we can go into the up close and all of the details while we talk about these. Obviously, one of the aspects that I didn't really think about when I picked up this pair was the shipping going into the customs, because the fact that it was $60 shipping, as you'll see from like my order page. But it's the fact that I didn't really think too far ahead with that, and when it arrived, or when the package arrived, I was hit with a nice customs, so I didn't really think about that, but I really wanted it, and realistically, if I'd ordered a few more pieces, it wouldn't really have made a massive dent into that number. But it's just painful. So getting into the Ultraboost and the box itself, it has this golden colour, obviously all around, which is reminiscent of the shooter Gold Jacket. It's the coveted golden jacket. It's the obvious reason why the colour and all of the chosen, tones are for that in the end. You can even dub them just the Gold Jacket in the end. So the box itself has Adidas or Adidas, Extra Butter New York, and Happy Gilmore 25th anniversary. This was obviously 2021, so we're a few years behind, but better late than never. Going around the box, you can obviously see the tag and everything, or the logo to it, just saying all of the colours, details, so on and so forth. I got a US 10, which is UK 9.5, which should be perfectly fine for me. There isn't really anything else except for their branding, just going around the box. Obviously, this collection was also possible to be released because of Universal City Studios too. So you have to keep in mind, a lot has gone into just being able to get this collection and release this collection, because realistically, without all of the approval and all of the brands taking part, it probably wouldn't have been as great as it was. To get all of these combined and going together to do it, I think is pretty cool. But as we get into the box, we have the obvious paper, which is very cool. It has his patter, you know, it's very cool how that's included. It's nice custom paper with the exact same branding that is on the front. As you open up, you then obviously get to see the wonderful pair that is the Ultra Boost. Obviously, going over the pair itself, it's using the same sort of colour, or its palette is the same, but it's obviously the fact that we're going darker shades and it is on various materials, so as a result it's going to have a different look. Now throughout, you've got this golden prime knit like woven textile material with gold like flecks, which give it like a very gleam, almost like speckles that are going on throughout that make it shine and make it really stand out quite strongly. You've then got an Adidas or Adidas obviously for the tongue. There isn't really a full-blown normal tongue because it's all one in the end, so you haven't really got the need for that, but obviously it is there. And then on the other pair, you have the extra butter logo included. It comes with a spare pair of laces which are white, but I personally prefer just leaving it as this golden tone. Obviously it's the coveted golden jacket is the colorway in the end, so that's why it's done with that. You've then got the like white plastic, sort of different to their normal feeling for the midfoot cage, which is for the structure, but it's also for the identity, the branding of Adidas or Adidas. It's the 3 stripes in the end. I think they work quite well and they just blend in. They don't really take away from the main aspect. I feel that they almost highlight it a little bit more and make you focus a bit more on them. You've then got these suede overlays that are going on, which is in like almost like a tonal yellow at the heel and the forefoot, which also features Shooter McGavin's signature finger gun. You know, it's everywhere in the end. Obviously in the toe overlay, it's just there. I think that the suede adds like a nice little plush luxury touch, which also reinforces this like look to it, that also just makes it stand out in the end. For the socking and the inliner, it's just like a premium fabric. I don't really know what it would be in the end, but it's just comfortable and breathable. There's nothing really special that I could say for it. But yeah, there isn't really anything else special going on in the interior. It's just the same as the exterior. You see what it is. It's the same exact thing, just inside out basically. You're not really getting a massive difference. It's just, it is what it is. As for the midsole, it's just a full-length Adidas Boost foam, which is just like soft, comfortable. It's the standard thing that we've gotten used to over the last couple of years. It's just like their Boost cushioning. They say it's meant to be like responsive and all of these things, but you know, we know what it is. It's just comfortable and nice in the end. For the outsole, we've just got like a durable white rubber, which is just traction in the end. That's it. It's just for the durability. On the base, there isn't really anything special. You've just got underneath, it says the torsion system, and then they're Continental as well, obviously, which Adidas, I'm pretty sure Adidas have used for a while with the Ultra Boost. But yeah, so that's pretty much going to cover the highlighting, I suppose, of it and going through all the specifics. To summarize, in the end, they use like gold speckles on the prime knit upper, suede reinforcements, a plastic midfoot cage, fabric lining, and the Boost midsole. And yeah, that's pretty much going to cover it. It's all in relation, all curated to celebrate Happy Gilmore in the end. In this case, Shooter McGavin. I just thought it'd be nice to finally go over, cover, and talk about this pair that I've had for quite a while now in the end. And yeah, I haven't really found the perfect occasion to wear them out, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe there'll be a golf event or something that I could go to that's just like a thing just to, you know, splash them out, show them off, and yeah. And one of the aspects that I wanted to hold on to the final moment to discuss and mention was the fact that you can actually put your tees in the side along this midfoot like cage that is going on here. There are actually 3 holders, or even if you angled them, you could possibly put 6 tees, but you can have 6 anyway, or 12 if you wanted to, that are featured. So I feel that's really useful in the end and really cool. Personally, because of the fact that if you're going to be bending down anyway to put a tee in the ground, it's so easy then to just pull one out of your shoe put it in, and that's it. I think that's really cool. I can't really fault that. I find that really cool. I just think they're really cool. Obviously there is Shooter, but yeah, I just wanted to highlight this pair with the release of Happy Gilmore 2 coming out. I just thought it'd be cool just to go over a couple of pieces and talk about them a little bit. And yeah, I do wish that I had picked up a lot more from this collection. We don't really typically tend to get a lot of collections with either streetwear brands or golf brands in the end that come together. You can't really cop them, and their prices are then like in the heavens after the fact. And there are a couple of pairs from them that I have wanted to like replace my current, and I can't get them. Like you can't, and then their prices are like, so for other people who know, you know what it's like. But yeah, that is going to cover this video. So as per norm, let me know down below whether or not you picked up something like this, whether or not you have any of the Happy Gilmore sort of merch, like the hockey jersey or anything like that. I've always wanted to pick things up like that, but you can never find anywhere that's like reputable in a sense. Because you'll still be paying almost the same price as like a really good, like well-made one, but it would just be horrendous quality because their photos are so deceptive. But yeah, I'm happy with what I've got, and maybe, who knows, at some point in time they might see the light of day. But yeah, so that is going to cover it from me anyway. As I said, let me know down below anything, whether you play golf or any other sports in general, whether you'd like this sort of thing again, if I have anything else that I could go through at some point in time. But yeah, I'm trying to work on things like that just take a bit longer in the end, and this is going to be one of them. Maybe it doesn't look like that, but it has done. That's going to cover it for me, so I do hope that you have a good rest of your day. Watch the film, it drops tomorrow, so you've got time. And yeah, watch Happy Gilmore in the first place if you haven't. I'm looking forward to it. I know that it's not going to be the same as the first because we're missing so many people who have passed, but I hope that it does give the same feel and feature and has the same comedic sense. But yeah, that's going to cover it. So like I said, I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.